space coming in a space of 1 week. And I've had more mention it today because just last week we held an space to announce the start of a series of engagements that will help to establish a structure to drive a process. I set up a team, as you know, during that space, and I want to most sincerely thank everyone who showed up at that engagement meeting that recently held. I also want to sincerely thank gratitude to over 160 and to those who attended a recent consultation meeting that was held on Saturday. We received a wide range of insights, such as ideas on building an inclusive structure with a strong grassroots presence, leveraging on technology to optimize our operations and secure our votes, and innovative suggestions for grassroots mobilization. Indeed, I would say we have a brilliant mind in our movement. And to this, we can see it from the quality of the ideas we've received. Well, as you know, we're just at the beginning of this journey. This is just the beginning. We are committed to ensuring that every member of this movement is heard and included as we build our structure. There will be more consultations at the national, regional, state, world levels, and I encourage everyone to participate when called upon. Moving forward, it is crucial that we have leadership in place to support this, all that are involved after extensive consultation within the movement, and reviewing the feedback from obedience through the idea track record. His leadership in charge of coordinating this. I need your nomination for the best minds in the community to take up key positions in the structure. Remember,
Nigerians are yearning to have. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, everyone here on this particular space, I greet you warmly. I want to appreciate this particular nomination, to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the nomination by members of the movement for this appointment. This is an assignment that I take very seriously, and I'm committed to putting the required effort to ensure that the movement becomes the formidable force we all evident in the quality of the ideas the consultation team received. As your interim national coordinator, reflecting that the diversity of our nation and the energy of our movement, this will be a place where your voice is heard and your efforts are appreciated. The movement will be built around the polling unit. We need a strong presence at the grassroots level to drive our goals. It is time to establish a robust sociopolitical structure across Nigeria for the 36 states, one that includes all obedient supporters and supporting groups. The 6 million states that was one that includes all His Excellency obedient which we know supporters more in the last election, and the millions of Nigerians who have suffered from bad governance and need to be engaged to join our movement. Our target to have nothing less than 100 million or 100
Our target to have
in each polling
nothing
unit
less than 100 million
our presence
or 100 people in each polling unit.
effectiveness.
This will strengthen
You will
our
recall
presence and
that according to Worldometer, Nigeria has
effectiveness.
200 million.
You will recall that
Even
according to
according to the
Worldometer,
data
Nigeria has
we had,
200 million people.
Nigerians
Even according to the data
people
look
on
that we
social
had,
media.
it shows that Nigerians
Particular number,
have 35
only
million
35
people
million
on the
Nigerians
social media.
in the last
Out of those particular number,
election.
only 25
That is to
million
tell you
Nigerians voted at the
there
last
are millions of
2023
Nigerians
elections.
who are undecided.
That is to tell you there are millions of Nigerians who are undecided or who have not voted, even though the register of voters leads to about almost 100 million.
To authenticate,
we will leverage seriously on technology to authenticate members and identify those present in each polling unit by location, ensuring transparency and accountability. The 179,000 polling units across the 774 local government areas in 36 states of the Federation, if we leverage on the minimum number of 100 persons at each polling unit, what we end up having is that we will have about 117 million Nigerians registered to work with us on the obedient movement. That is the scale of our ambition.
The energy and resources,
every strength we have must be dedicated to the polling unit level. The energy and resources
the real impact is.
we build will be channeled at the polling unit level. This is where the real impact is.
It is essential to align with our
and that is where the show is.
And ensure
as we work to build a formidable structure,
women are in the majority of the voters who can easily persuade others to join our cause. We need to put them in
position of leadership,
position that can showcase
their capacity and capability to drive this process.
In closing, ladies and gentlemen, I want to deeply appreciate
everyone
for your unwavering support, commitment, and dedication to this movement. Together we are strong, and together we will build a Nigeria that works for all of us. Let us continue to push forward with passion and dedication, unity and purpose. May God continue to protect all of us.
Unity and purpose.
Take back Nigeria.
May God continue to protect all of us.
Be a better nation
as we take back Nigeria for the Nigerian people, so that they can be a better nation.
Oh my goodness. Dr. Tanko, you have gone to the inputs already. My goodness, we're in for some
my goodness.
In the new
Dr. Tanko, you have gone.
My goodness, thank you so much, Dr. Tanko, you were almost made ready for this, just from hearing you talk tonight. And what can I say? It's no surprise. I mean, when you touch base with any obedient anywhere in the world, there is this essence that we exude. If there is anything
this
with obedience,
essence that we exude. If there is anything,
they have hatred for bad governance. They have hatred for cheating. They have hatred for things that are not working. There is just something about the average obedient that just want to see something work. And I think that energy and that essence is one of the things that, makes us who we are as a people. And they're ever ready too. They open their mouth, you can see the vibrancy of the energy of essence. And with all the curve, you feel them from Lagos to Sokoto to Brenekebi, everywhere. What is it about you people that is just so restless until you see a new nation? I just pray you will not anyways. And this is the beauty of who we are as a people. One more time, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Tanko Yunusa. We're going to do this off the cuff. I'm just going to have 2 or 3 people just come up and just
with the obedient, they cannot,
without any something.
With the obedient, they cannot,
Do you want me to bring them up?
They have hatred for bad governance.
Yeah, okay, I'll start.
Just add some people, just randomly, let's just have some obedience. We just want to, without anything, just get some remarks. Not just keep it within 1-2 minutes each, just quick remarks on this before we let our principal in and then begin to take this to another level. What do we have there? We have, I see, who have you brought up? Madam Bolandi, do you have anybody there?
I've got Peter Obi's MC.
Peter Obi's MC.
I know, right? Peter
Yeah.
Obi, you're welcome. You have like 2 minutes. Please go straight to the point. 2 minutes. Please go straight to the point. The mic is yours.
Is that me?
Yes, it is.
Okay, good evening. Thank you very, very much for the opportunity. Thank you very much, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, for the Okute One of Nigeria. I mean, you have indeed shown us, as you have said ab initio, that you are never going to go away. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Dr. Yunusa Tanko. I'm pretty sure that we are all happy, about your choice. Please make us proud. We will support you. My only contribution or suggestion I want to make is that please, as you go along,
my only contribution or suggestion I want to make
for us
is
to find a
that
way
please, as
to
you
make
go
sure
along,
that those that are going to
if it is possible for us to
will not
find
be
a way
sellout.
to make
I mean,
sure
Madam
that
Blali
those
can
that
attest
are going
that
to
here
be
in the
put
UK,
into
you must go
positions
through
will
DBS.
not be sellouts.
I mean, I'm sure Mr.
I mean, Madam Bola,
you must go through DBS check and all. If we can set up a mechanism that would help us check people who are coming in, so that we won't have people who will become sellouts tomorrow. So that's just the only thing I have to say. But thank you so much, Mr. Peter Obi. Thank you so much, Mr. Yunus Atanko, for accepting. Dr. Mo, Madam Bolanle, you all have been wonderful. Thank you all so much. This new Nigeria that we yearn for must definitely come to pass, and it will come to pass in our time. That's all I have to say for now. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Thank you so much for your submission. The next person, Anglet Paints Limited. You want to unmute your mic and speak, please. Anglet Paints Limited. Can you hear me?
Good evening. Yeah, am I coming out clearly?
We can hear you.
Hello.
Right,
we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everybody. It's an honor to be on this space. I want to thank you all for putting up this space and for organizing this kind of beautiful platform. I want to greet His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, and also to encourage him to keep on steering the affairs of the country in the right direction. And also to the organizers of this space, I want to thank you all for your time and your energy towards putting this space. And also my fellow Nigerians, good evening, everybody, and let's have a wonderful space tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Rhoda, do you want to unmute your mic and speak, please?
Thank you very much for the opportunity to talk on this space. I greet Your Excellency Peter Obi. This is just to say we are in the right place. Thank you for giving some of us the platform, not just good in character, but in leadership and any kind of thing you can attribute anything good to. It's a pleasure and it's something I will do over and over again. All this is accredited to you, and I say thank you very much, Your Excellency, for this platform. Well done, Dr. Yunusa, Dr. Mami Bolanle, Dr. Mo, and every one of you on this space. You have all made us see Nigeria from a different perspective, and with that, we believe a new Nigeria is indeed possible. Thank you. Let's have a fruitful deliberation. I yield.
Thank you so much, Rhoda. Shola, Honorable Shola, do you want to unmute your mic and speak, please? 2 minutes.
Okay. Thank you for hosting this space. I think I missed the previous one, but I was able to listen to the recording. His Excellency, our principal, we really appreciate you for all that you do. In this country, we young people, we've looked at the political situation like something that is never hopeful, but because of you, through the campaign, through the election, you've given us hope, and you've made us believe that a new Nigeria is indeed possible. So thank you so much. The new development in the obedient movement is actually, it's long overdue. So this is a really great one. we need to buckle up and be ready for days, months, weeks, years to come, because we young people, we are so eager to see a working Nigeria. So thank you so much. We mount and we're ready to move. Thank you so much for this space. Thank you.
Thank you for your submission. Can I ask that if you haven't followed the Peter Obi, the PO Media Center handle, if you could please follow it. It's also on Facebook, Instagram, and it's even on TikTok. So if you look for it on there and follow us on all platforms, you will be hearing information about what's going on with the movement from this handle, so that you don't miss anything. Also, we have a hashtag for this evening. The hashtag for this evening is Active Citizens with PO. So if you have questions, because not everyone's going to be able to get the mic because it's a short space. So if you have any questions, you could ask them using that hashtag, and somebody in the team will get back to you with a response to it. So thank you. So let's keep on going. So I have Emelogu Chukwuaka. If I butchered your name, I apologize. But if you want to unmute your mic and speak.
Okay. Good evening, Moembola. You can hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Good evening, Dr. Mo. Good evening, Dr. Tanko. Good evening, Your Excellency, our father, and our principal, His Excellency, Mr. P2B. It's a privilege to be speaking with you, to give the platform to ordinary students like us, to talk to you, and really commend what you're doing. We bring you greetings from University of Calabar. We see what you're doing, and we really love it, and we appreciate what you've been doing, giving us space and time. This is the second time speaking with you directly, and it's really a privilege and opportunity, and it makes us feel blessed and feel a sense of inclusivity and development. Is a welcome development for the movement. We appreciate, and divided will not stand. Together we move. We move. Men mount, we move. Thank you very much. And also, yes, let's see. I really appreciate if you can wish me a happy birthday. My birthday is next week. If you can really send me a birthday wish. Thank you very much.
You better send me the date so I can follow it up.
9th of September, sir.
9th of September. You were born on the same day with my wife.
Yes, sir.
That one, I will remember that one.
Okay, sir.
Except I don't celebrate birthday, but I'm sure I'll tell her to say happy birthday to you because she's the one who is celebrating.
Okay, sir. Sir, if you can say wish to me now.
Thank you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you,
and I'm
sir.
sure I'll remember that day.
Okay, sir.
That said, sir, while we're talking about birthdays, we have one of our mummies in the movement. Monica's health is wealth. It's her 60th birthday today. She's very active in the movement. If you can extend birthday wishes to her as well, please.
I wish, can I respect your request? Can I request that you send me her details and I'll follow it up immediately after this space?
Oh, yes, sir, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Dr. Mo, I'm handing back to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. What a lucky job today. You're getting a double dose of celebration. And I recounted when we were in, what was that again? Was that the BWI? If you remember, just Okwe was his name. And he just walked up to me and said, it was kind of almost scared and said, please, is it possible for me to take a picture with you? I said, come on. And before you knew it, His Excellency was talking to him. And before you knew it, he said he was coming home to get married. And guess what? It took heaven and earth, but we attended his wedding. This is what you get from Mr. Peter Obi. You know, as highly as it could be, he wants to touch base with the everyday people. That's just what you get, you know. And we need to say these things for people to know. Everyday people, students, young people, children across board. Tonight we're going to also have some of our. I'm going to let Alhaji Ibrahim Karim on this, and then we'll take a couple more people, and then we'll just move it from here. Alhaji Ibrahim Abdul Karim, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mo. So that we are just here for listening and taking people's assignment again to see what we can do, what they are putting, give them the best of platform that we require. First, let me quickly say thank you to our principal, who always give us a listening ear. Actually, I personally, coming from the north, from Sokoto, I can tell you I have never seen a humble, right-thinking politician like Mr. Peter Obi. I know I talk and I stay with a lot of politicians up here in the north, and even a commissioner, somebody that's just a commissioner, I know how high-headed they are, lack of respect for people, lack of even having the capacity to think about who they are and what's around them. And I thank God that I follow this decision of my life to be with Mr. Peter Obi, which show almost everything that I always think as a leader will have. And as a Muslim from the north, from the Quran that I have read, and I have seen the qualities, what Islam has said about who's. Can assure you that most of the qualities I read, I saw them with Mr. Peter Obi, even though I know he's a Muslim, but you can't even have them in some of the people I have up here in the north. I'm so elated, so happy. And I know a movement cannot move forward without a leadership. And I'm so happy to see Dr. Tanko being chosen to be part of the person that we are all of us going to pursue this structure that we really need for us to. And he announced that we are going to make almost 1 million. It's beyond 1 million. We need everybody from every angle. What the structure will help us is just simple. We just want to have one voice. We want to have one direction. We want to have one vision for our country. That vision, we all rally around it, where we are from the south, we are from the north, we are from the east, from here, where we are living in Nigeria or outside Nigeria. One thing we are all common in, one thing that we are all common in, that we need a new Nigeria, a better Nigeria, a place of where the son of nobody can be somebody, a country that we are so much aware that is fully blessed to carry us to where we want to go to. And I can tell you, the North here really needs somebody of his caliber and his thinking, because the North is going and is sinking. If I tell you what is happening on a daily basis in the North, you shed tears for the northern part of this country. We really need each other. This division that they have created among us, Muslim, Christians, North, South, it's just for them to keep stealing. It's just for them to kill, malnourishing the whole society. They use religion to keep on ruling us. But this is what we have seen, and this is what we have seen on this movement. This is what I have seen. I'm so happy that I see talented people, call obedience. We are responsible for even the small impact that we have seen today of stopping the dangers that we have seen coming to us, to all of us, more especially people in the up north in Nigeria here. But as we can see, we have met these people on every platform. All the policies and the change of politics are because of the talking that we keep talking and disobedient people. If we successfully, under the leadership of Mr. Peter Obi, at the coordination of
Tanko Yunusa, for us to have that voice. I'm telling you, not only winning election, but between now and that time, we will change the dimension. We will change the thinking in the police. We change the thinking in the INEC. We change the thinking on the institutions that are going to partake in trying to create that new Nigeria of our dream. I'm so happy, so happy. Thank you, Mr. Peter Obi. Thank you, this new family that I have gotten. At least today, I can bust my chest and say, I am now obedient, and I know I have a family, and I know I can do whatever I can to bring the new Nigeria. Thank you, everyone. At least we keep listening, and by special grace of God, we give everything. We give our life for this movement to be the savior of this country. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Alhaji Ibrahim Abdul Karim. Let's quickly have, we'll take two responses now. Non-conformist, you just have 2 minutes there, and Dark Horse, you follow in, and then we'll take it from there. Non-conformist, are you there? All right. I hope it's not my network right now.
I can't see him. Are you sure he's up here?
I don't know. Dark Horse, are you there? I think the network tonight has a way of just hiding people.
I can't see him either. But we have Folusho on here. So while we're waiting, if Folusho wants to unmute and speak. Folusho, the mic is yours.
Yes, thank you, my lady Mobi Bolanle, my head mom. Thank you very much. Dr. Mo, thank you for putting this together. Long time. My leader, my principal, my Oga, His Excellency Peter Obi, a great leader. They say light began light. You have brought good people together because you are good. And you are a leader. And leaders follows leaders. I'm happy to be part of you. I'm happy to be here. I'm always happy. In fact, in Lagos, when you're in Lagos and we're together, and we are in any place, everybody always say,
Is it me? I can't hear him.
I can hear him anymore.
Okay,
I think.
Sorry, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay, you're back.
I said,
Folusho, you're gone
Continue.
again.
You've muted yourself.
Okay.
There you go.
Is the network? I'm sure they are trying, some people are trying some stuff somewhere, but God will prevail. I was trying to thank my Excellency for listening to the voice of everybody. At least, movement with no direction will not help us. But now there is the direction. And that direction, for someone to have Dr. Yunusa Tanko as the coordinator, I think that is a plus. Thank you very much, sir. And congratulations to my headman. I see the way you have worked tirelessly. In the last election, I belong to the same presidential committee with you in the PCC. And I see how you are moving from one place to the other. I remember when we were in Ibadan, you are there on time. You have put in very detailed human being. Thank you. God bless you. And then when you even had to come to Lagos, you still squeezed your time after doing everything during the election. And how you have done a whole lot for us. Thank you very much. And now, like I will quote my principal when he was talking to Dr. Ebele Jonathan then, when he was the governor, he said, we'll be behind you. We'll be right beside you. We will be everywhere you are. And that is what we are going to do with you. We will be with you. We will make sure that everything works with you and that this will work. It's a great movement that at the end of the day, what we will achieve will be seeing our principal, His Excellency Peter Obi, at the helm of this affair from 2027. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much for that. I want to see, I've been trying so much. Auntie Aisha Yusufu, Comrade Aisha Yusufu, the one and only. Are you here? Can you hear me?
No, I sent her the mic. She hasn't accepted it.
Oh, you see, I think tonight is very unique because I can see her.
Can you see her on speakers? I can't see her. She's not up here.
I can see,
maybe that's
I
my
can see her.
Really?
It's crazy. Oh, yeah.
I can't see her. I can't hear her. I know I sent her the mic, but she hasn't accepted it from my end, so I'm not sure what's going on. But we still have 2 people up here. I know we're going to be rounding up soon, but we've got AO Yusuf and we've got Ayo, the tycoon. Both of them are up here, so perhaps one after the other. So AO Yusuf, the mic is yours.
All right, thank you very much, Mommy B. Good evening, Your Excellency. Good evening, Dr. Mo and everyone on the space. Dr. Yunusa, congratulations. This is a big win for us. I am more happy than anyone on the space. Honorable Zita, good evening, and everyone else. First of all, we appreciate you, Your Excellency, for availing yourself to serve. We don't take it lightly, and we believe in your capacity. If there is anyone who still believes in your ability, then that's me. So well, so much, I believe, and I know you're going to do. So far that I stake my integrity, we stake our integrity to speak on your behalf, knowing that when we give out our integrity, you are going to give us a working nation. And please, I'm sure you will not let us down. If you remember, I'm that young person that gave you a document at Sokoto. When you came, if you read it, you must have seen the content. A special congratulations to you, Dr. Yunus Atonko. This is a major win, like I said. And I guarantee you, if you don't know, ask Dr. Mo, this is a big task because I'll start disturbing you. I'll start coming at you. We have been looking out for this. We have been looking out for a structure, a leadership where we can pour our structures in individually. Dr. Mo is aware that there are some big fishes that I cannot hold myself. I have big guys who are joining under my platform, but I will tell them openly, I cannot handle you guys. I have to push you up. But where will I push them? And it became, I'm beginning to offend Dr. Mo. I know how busy he is, but thank God we are having somewhere now. And I believe that in your capacity, you will immediately swing to action. You will immediately commence work, and we are going to have a major win. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for this great and bold decision, and thank you to all the team who made this happen. God bless you all. I yield the mic.
Thank you so much, AO Yusuf. Gosh, so we've got Aisha up here, but we also have Ayo and Chief. We have Chief Amir. So perhaps, Aisha, you go first, and then the gentleman will come after you, if that's okay.
Thank you so much for having me. Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to sit back and listen and just hear people, citizens speak. But since I've been called upon, I'll just quickly say that it's such a wonderful and amazing feeling just being here and listening to everyone. And in the last few days, with all the consultation that have gone up, meeting with citizens and seeing the passion that has come up from a lot of people, it just goes to say to every one of us, we're on the right path, we are doing the things that we need to do. What I would like to tell everyone here is the fact that nation building is never done in a day. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And there are so many things that are going to test us, that test our resolve. But we must understand that we must put it on hand that good must be more tenacious than evil. The people that have brought our country to where it is today, they didn't start in one day, they didn't do it in 6 months, neither did they do it in 7 months. Some of them spent over 3 decades working on what they did to bring us where we are. So please do not be tired. Do not feel as if you're giving up. And one of the things also that I would like to call on every one of us is that we must at every time look at the little wins and appreciate them. Let us not focus too much on the big wins. And if we don't get certain things, we try to give up. No, we can't. Giving up can never be an option. So let's look at those little wins and keep holding them on. There is something that Ibrahim said, and it was so beautiful, and I wrote it down. He said, one voice, one goal, one direction, one vision. That is all that should matter to us now. And I think I will say to every one of us, from this moment, the time for banter is over. The time of engaging anybody that is trying to derail our conversation is over. The time of listening to people, whether they're insulting us or whatever it is, it's over. This is the time to focus on one, to have one voice, to have one goal, to go in one direction and have one vision and continue to take it on until we get to that Nigeria that we all are yearning for. The Nigeria where the child of nobody can become somebody without knowing anybody. This is the time. There is a question that constantly comes up and people say, how do we tackle people that we have different motives, that we try to derail the movement? And there's one thing I always say to everyone: whatever anybody's motive is none of our business. It is their business. What I want every one of us to take on board is to remember that on their watch, say to yourself, on my watch, nobody is going to derail us from our one voice, our one goal, our one direction, and our one vision. And we will focus on that, and we will birth a new Nigeria that is possible. And I'm glad we all have someone who has empathy above everything, who has integrity, who has character, who believes in the process, who is not desperate to be the president of Nigeria, but desperate to see Nigeria work. And I will say to Mr. Peter Obi, thank you for giving Nigeria, giving them the opportunity, Nigerians, to see what leadership can be. You know, when they talk about servant leadership, leadership that is interested in the well-being of everyone, empathy in bringing citizens to be at the place that one is. So everyone, thank you so much. And I'll love to listen. And it's a joy listening to everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, sis. Thank you for that. I'm mindful of the fact, the reason why His Excellency is still here and we are still here is so that if you have any questions around the structure, building the structure, that you can ask us directly. I know we don't have a lot of time, but if you can speak to that, if you do get the mic, if not, the hashtag is there. Remember to send your questions that way and we will get back to you with an answer. So next, Ayo the tycoon, you've got the mic now if you want to speak.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me, please?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. So I'd like to appreciate His Excellency for joining us tonight. Like, it's a very, very big privilege. I've been following his space for a very, very long time, since Parallel Facts. Like, I'm not sure there's a space Peter Obi has been in that I've missed. But I've always been not chanced to speak. So I want to first ask a question concerning the structure. When Mr. Kanko spoke now, yeah, he said something about we having 100 people from each polling unit. So the question is, the 100 people, are they to vote, or what exactly are the 100 people doing for each polling unit? Is it like 100 people, we want to raise 70 million votes, or what exactly are those people supposed to do? That's what I want to ask.
Dr. Tanko, do you want to answer that?
Yes, I can respond to it quickly. Hello, can you hear me?
Sir. Go ahead, sir.
The target is actually to have both canvassers preparing our agents at the minimum level without waiting until the time for election, because most of them may not even know what to do at the polling unit. So we will develop a program of teaching, using them as canvassers. At the same time, we have statutory voters. If you look at the statistics which I put out, it's very clear that if you can get, because at each polling unit, You have maximum number of voters at 500 persons at each polling unit. So if you, as a candidate, can get, and most of the voting don't pass more than 200 or 300, or even sometimes the maximum, but sometimes you may even get 200. So if you get the majority of that, and this particular 100 is just our minimum goal as a group, but it can be higher. So if you have dedicated people as 100 in the polling unit, you can be rest assured that those ones can metamorphose into 200 or 100 as the case goes, as the situation goes on. So there will be our canvassers, there will be our posters agent, there will be our agent that will be prepared for election, there will be our defender, there will be everything that we need to have along that polling unit. So there will be our foot soldiers at each of the 179,000 polling units, which will now give us an assurance so that anytime we can easily obtain our records, the voting pattern, the result sheet that we'll be able to present. By the time an election is completed, we on our own should be able to know whether we've won or we have lost. We on our own situation room. So those are the work that they will do. There will be canvassers, there will be agents, there will be everything that we need at that polling unit. So those are the work that they will do.
Thank you, Dr. Tanko. And I dare say that there's going to be sessions, many levels, layers of sessions of strategic engagement where some of the big stuff will be broken down into very minute details, and we're going to have that at all levels. Of course, we have a lot of people here who, by the time tonight is just, this big announcement, and I can assure you that there's so much that we're going to be learning, unlearning, relearning about Nigeria, about politics, about political parties. Just to say that our discussions here have nothing to do with political parties, because I also understand that a lot of people do not even understand the difference between the movement and political parties. We're going to have sessions where all of those things are going to be broken down to details. This is about the obedient movement. And with what Dr. Tanko has said, we're going to have sessions where they're going to be broken down. The other day, I just caught Comrade Aisha sharing some details about politics I never knew she had idea about. We're going to be having different sessions. I mean, we have people like Chief Peter Ame and other, by the time the structure is done, and with now, when you listen to Dr. Tanko's remark, you already went to the grassroots, the polling booth. It tells you the energy in the room that is going to be compartmentalized, that at the end of a short week, a month from here, because all the things we've received at the back end, the mentorship that Mr. Peter Obi is going to be doing, and all of that, including all the leaders and people here, you're going to have a new Nigeria at the end of the day when this is done, that are fearless, decisive, but more than anything else, very knowledgeable about what to do, where to go, and how to do things. And that's what is going to happen. One more time, I want to say a big thank you. I know that there are lots of requests that are here, but tonight is not that night. We've done some level of engagement, and there's already a team that is working to ensure that every detailing, every question, every hard knock, are going to be attended to. At this juncture, I'd like to quietly and humbly return back to our principal for a closing remark as we begin to wind this to a close tonight.
I'm so sorry. I was actually brought up to just give about 1 minute talk. Dr. Mofis, can I have just 1 minute with my principal? Thank you.
1 minute.
Thank you. I'm raising up my hand now. My hand is pinging me. Good evening, Your Excellencies. Good to have you here. Thank you so much for what you've been doing. You are what?
Just go ahead.
Okay. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for what you've been doing. I came online to see that now the obedient movement have got a structure. It's in fact, it's really, really a good thing for all of us. And I say thank you and congratulations to Dr. Yunusa. And I'm sure that with this structure we're going to have, obedient movement will not be in disarray. Obedient movement will be the biggest movement. And come 2027,
right? We'll have APC, PDP to reckon with us. I'm really, really happy. Well, I requested this mic because I could hear when Dr. Unison was saying plans towards 2027. But I'd like to plead with Dr. Unison, and now that he is in charge of the obedient movement for now, that he should please make a do election a priority and involve all obedience. I remember tweeting sometimes, like I think yesterday, saying that we have got a lot of obedience in Edo State who are saying that they're not going to come out to vote. If we're saying anything that has to do with 2027 election, it would be nice for us to focus on the one that we can win, which is in 2024, that's the Edo election. So Dr. Yunusa, I have every obedience in Edo State to come out and vote. When you have low turnout, that's when we have our evil people do their magic. And just as you said, you've got plans for 2027 in terms of agents and all that. We have been doing that here in Edo State, but if we join hands and ensure that we have way more than agents, way more than volunteers for Edo elections, I'm sure those planning to rig us out, those planning to cut us will not happen. And your Our Excellency Peter Obi, we're aware that you'll be coming to Edo State for good 4 to 5 days. I'd like to say a very big thank you. And I would plead that you should please tell the voters to please come out because they've actually lost hope. When you converse with them or you talk with them, they tell you, oh, they did this to Peter Obi and it still hurts us. We didn't allow this to happen and we didn't allow us to win this election. And I tell them they shouldn't give up. But I would like that they hear from you. So when you're in Edo State, please, you just need to tell them that they shouldn't give up, they shouldn't stay at home, that they should please come out and vote. The more we have our people on street, the more difficult it is for them to rig us out. Once again, I say thank you. Oh, yes, and Dr. Mo, thank you for giving me one more. Yes, I'm really working now. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Right. Your Excellency, I know you have to leave, but Chief Ahmed's up here. Because he's already here. If you don't mind, Chief Ahmed, can you do it quickly in 2 minutes?
Yes, I can. Excellency, good evening, sir. For me, I just want to congratulate my friend and brother, Dr. Yusuf Tanko, who've come a long way. And for us, we struggle on how to make sure the political party, works, but it never did until our principal, Mr. Peter B, brought his magic touch to the system. I must really commend, if you look at the history of what I and Tanko have done over the council, to populate and then give popularity, give a major opposition voice to the political party that never worked. I think it was because we couldn't get the right candidate to be able to drive that process. But now that somebody came up and this whole process was driven to a point that the election was won and stolen, I think we must all commend all the obedient Nigerians who came behind that. But for Dr. Yusuf Tanko, I have no doubt that after many years of working together with you, that you'll be able to drive this process and we'll continue to be there to offer you necessary advice so that you'll be successful at all these positions that have been given to you. But my advice is that a lot of obedience must know that it's very critical that they put themselves up for election. Because in every of the senatorial candidate constituency, federal constituency, and state constituency, they're very critical for us to continue to fill election across board. And it's very critical for us to drive all the vote to the ballot. I thank everybody for the commitment to this struggle for a better Nigeria, and the person who is driving this, who is risking everything for this purpose, because I know how difficult it is to run an opposition in this country. Because those who have power have it and maximally use it to the extreme, and anybody who has put himself up, his business, his life up for such sacrifice, we must continue to commend such people. For our principal, one thing I know is that one of the things that our government even need at first is cost cutting. And our government are living a very luxurious life. And the reason why things are so difficult, they're not focusing on the people. I know if you get this opportunity that that you're deprived of because of those who are desperate for power, I believe by 2027, when we get this opportunity, we'll be able to set Nigeria right. And I believe in the commitment of our people with what we've done in the past, that will build up when it comes to 2027. Dr. Yusuf, congratulations, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Your Excellency, I'm handing back over to you to give us your final remarks before you leave. Again, thank you for being here today. And please, because people have asked whether or not your normal media chats are going to happen, I've reassured them many times that yes, it will happen soon. but we're just waiting on a date from you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bolanle. Thank you, Bolanle, for always being that mother and caring elder sister, younger sister, everything. Thank you very much. And once again, I wish mine is gratitude. Gratitude to all of you for your sacrifice for our dear country. It is not about me, it's not about you. It's about for your love of our country. And I wish we can continue in this direction. And gratitude for those of you who are involved with the engagement, consultation, everything. You could see what it means to be democratic. You could see what it means to be building a new society. Nobody imposed Tanko on you. You had a chance. Even when people spoke to me while this process was going on, while this space was going on, some people called, wanted to speak to me and said, oh, this is but still comment that, oh, it's good that it's this person. So it wasn't a selection where we say, oh, it's because he's from Peter B's local government, or because it's this. I met Tanko for the first time during this election. All throughout my days of being governor and being everything, I've never come across Tanko in my life. I met him, so I would say he's somebody I knew less than 2 years ago, about 2 years ago. And today, I'm happy that he's emerged as a national coordinator and will be able to do this. And I don't know his local government, I don't know his state, I've never been to his house. So this is the way things should be done. The people are selected based on the fact that people believe he can do this work. And look at speaker after speaker said, for his competence, for his this, for his this, for his this. Like every other human being will have shortcomings. And I'm sure you have some. I thank you, Peter Ahmed. You are, again, somebody I continue to thank, because some of you have opportunity of joining the big parties and continue the sharing and the plundering of Nigeria. But decided to stay and join us in this thankless, no shishi business. Thank you all of you who are staying on, and urge you. We are all going to be part of this history. In our time, things change in Nigeria. Thank God the work starts now. Here's somebody telling you about Edo. We're going to go to Edo. I always said, we must come out and do our best. I assure the person who spoke about Edo that we're going to be there, you know, and we will try to do whatever is possible to ensure that we're successful. And we'll continue that in other areas and everything as support in building this better country we all wish. Thank you, and good night, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're joining from. And this our meeting will be, I'm sure, will be often. I'm assure you I'll be available always. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, everyone who joined. I'm afraid we can't take any more speakers. His Excellency has to leave because he has a meeting to attend. what I would ask that you do is continue to look out for information around the structure. I will put it out there. We will continue to have those consultative events, so you all have an opportunity to take part. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to put out a Dropbox where you can continue to give us your views or any ideas that you have that you feel you need to share with the team. But as Pio said, Dr. Tanko, now the work begins. Anyway, thank you all for coming. Until the next time. Goodbye.
So good evening, everyone. You've heard it. I believe many of you were in this room for the last 1 hour. Now, you've heard that conversation. It is now official that Tanko Unisa has been made the coordinator of the Obedient Movement. I mean, it's quite elating. It's quite, it's quite encouraging. On Saturday, we did have the Obedient Leaders meeting where Tanko was, unopposed, I would say, because everyone who attended, myself included, routed for Tanko to be, made the coordinator. And I'm happy. I will just quickly reach out to him, see if I can bring him to have a conversation. Obviously, you heard his voice, but maybe for tomorrow, because I will be joining another meeting now after this. So the thing there is, for many of you who are asking in the comment section how they will join the structure, these are things that are being worked upon. But what I can tell you also is to be on the lookout. You be rest assured that the moment we are on that path, things are being built at the back end. The moment the unveiling happens, you will be rest assured that I will be personally be sharing those links for millions and thousands of you who are following us on various platforms to join. For that to happen, I mean, ensure you subscribe to this platform, ensure you like, you share this video. Also ensure that you follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Mazezoke, Maazezeoke. So if you follow me on Twitter, I will be, making that available to us. But like I said, in the next couple of days, I will be endeavoring to get Tanko Unisa here. And to the questions here, this stream is only on those who, Petak, thank you very much for joining. So this stream is only for those, for you to comment, you must be a subscriber. I mean, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's just, subscribe. If you subscribe for 1 minute, then you're able to put your questions. So I will be taking your questions one by one here. Mr. Different says, how can those abroad join? Of course, those in the diaspora can join the movement. In most cases, you're already part of the movement where you reside. But what is going to happen is, because we now have a national coordinator, we are working out stuff to cascade that structure in your various countries. Once that happens, you will have the page for you to register, and these things will then happen. So it's going to be a lot of engagement, So do not bother yourself. You are, you're not late to this party. This party is just, getting started, right? So those of you in the diaspora, at Mr. Difference channel asked, you can join at the appropriate time, right? So, on Tuesday last week, there was this, we had a Twitter space, and there, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi actually informed the House that they were, that this was going to happen. Many of us already know what was, obviously, because on a week today. I had a private meeting with him, and you know, some of these things were briefed. I mean, that's normal. You know, things are really coming up on stream. So what I can only tell us is that we should keep, you know, let's stay tuned. Let's stay tuned. You know, let's stay tuned. Things are going to turn out for the better. I can assure you that things will turn out for the better. For those who said there were no structures, don't worry. Things are going to turn out for the better. Lessons learned, and we are taking things differently this time around. So if you do not have much further questions for more clarification to this, then I will say to us, you know, it has been a wonderful evening. Honestly, it is always good to have this level of conversations within this family. It is indeed a thing of joy to know that since after the election, we still have these thousands and millions of people who are joined or who have joined the system and who are also even those at the other side previously, but their hope was, you know, those at the other side, their hope has been renewed shaggy. You know, it's called renewed shaggy. So when their hope is renewed shaggily, they have decided to abandon the other side because why? Bad governance knows no tribe, hunger knows no religion, insecurity knows no color. You know, when they kidnap you, they will not say you're going to be released because you're APC or your APCA or your Labour Party. No. When, you know, someone, you, your family, your mom, your dad, your kids, when they fall ill, they go to national, they go to any hospital. No one is going to say, we're going to treat you because you are XYZ. No, you do not have the money, you do not have money. Now you can see what is happening in the economy. People are trying to drive certain narrative that will make by 2027 they say, oh, we're not going to do XYZ because certain individuals did XYZ or said something, you know, in one direction or the other. They are pushing so much for Nigerians to get, you know, kind of not demand for their rights again. How do you explain that in a nation called Nigeria, people are charged today in court in Abuja with treason and are demanding for death sentence for people, 10 people who came out, or 10 people who they quote unquote say were leaders of the protest. You know, this is absurd because we now have a people starting from Bola Tinubu, El-Rufai, Oyegun, was the Viagra Mountain of Edo, that's Oshomole. These were men who protested, even including Wolo Soyinka, protested on the streets of Nigeria when petrol was moved to 100 plus. Now it is over 1,000. All of them, their mouth are zipped. And they want fellow citizens to die because they protest. Yet, we had people, if this draconian approach were there before during the time of Jonathan, would they be empowered today? When people say they are hungry, I have never seen a father whom the children will say, Dad, we are hungry, and you begin to flog them. If they are hungry, you provide food for them. That's why you brought them into the world for. You did not contest, or you did not snatch it, you did not run with it, just for you to put people in this way. So I plead with us to tally a little bit because a lot of work is going on the background. Because as it is, the government is unwilling, the government is unable to solve the mirage of problems that they've inherited. For the past 9 years, the APC government has been nothing but a government of disaster. They have a government of disaster. That's what absolutely they have been. You wanting to kill your fellow citizens because they took part in protest. Yet, those who rape Nigerians without any form of protection, those who abuse Nigerians, commingle the natural, the collective resources of Nigerians, you cannot propose death sentence for them. Those who loot billions, you cannot propose death sentence for them. But angry Nigerians who are not able to earn 100,000 naira a month go on the street to say they are hungry, they've been power, we are tired. What you do is to round them up. I know why the government is doing this is because of the October 1 protest already planned. They said if government is not going to do XYZ, 1st of October, they are going to protest. The government is trying to scare young Nigerians away from demanding for their right. The demand for their right is something they must keep on doing. The earlier you get that in your skull, the better for you. Young Nigerians are angry, old, young, everyone. They are not happy. This has nothing to do with ethnicity. This has absolutely nothing to do with religion, because no religion, no ethnic nationality buys food cheaper anywhere. All Nigerians, north, south, east, and west, they're not finding it easy. They are finding it very difficult to feed. Therefore, reducing these conversations as to religion, tribe, and that's very silly. That's not what it is. There are some statistics. If you follow my Twitter handle, you see some of these statistics that were put out earlier today. You can see, what was interest rate during the time of, for instance, if you talk about Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, interest rate was between 10 to 6%. He met it at 10, reduced it at 6. Goodluck Jonathan met it at 6, increased it at 13. And Buhari met it at 13, took it to 26. Now, it has all gone gaga. In the last 9 years, what we have met and what we have seen is the incompetence of the APC as a whole. Anti-People's Congress. That's the meaning of APC. Anti-People's Congress. I know that many of you call them Association of Past Criminals. Some say Association of Present Criminals. But I think the policies that they have done, seen, all they care about is for themselves. All they care about is for themselves. Buying private jet for themselves, buying yacht for themselves, buying 160 million SUV for themselves, and in that, including Labour, APC, YPP, all of them partook in the criminal sharing of our common patrimony. But finally, there is hope in the horizon. Nigerians are coming together to say that these malgovernance, these malfeasance, these level of abracadabra must end. And in that, Nigerians are coming together to say they are going to be part of this struggle. So stay tuned, follow us, share this video, and subscribe if subscribe. Follow us. We will be updating you as things progress. I am Mazes, okay? Please, like I said before, follow me on Twitter and follow us here on Njenje Media. We'll be keeping you up to date. Good night, and God bless us all.
La 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 la.